Have Yourself a Cheesy Little Christmas. Written by Jory John, illustrated by Pete Oswald. You call this Christmas? Ha! Christmas isn't Christmas unless it's a big Christmas. Like this. Ta-da! See, my Christmases are extreme. My Christmases are exhilarating. My Christmases are extraordinary. My parties are really something to behold. Take a look around. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Look at this, and this, and that, and this, and these, and those. Also these, and that, and this. Oh, and that, and this, and these, and those. Ta-da! Also, not to brag, but I'm quite the stellar host. My conversation is the sparkliest. My jokes are the funniest. My laugh is the loudest. My decorations are the shiniest. My tree is the tallest. My snacks are the tastiest. My dance moves are the snazziest. And just when you think the festivities are over, I show up with another surprise. Bam! And another. Boom! And another. Bling. Also, you've never seen anybody give gifts like me. It's a motorboat. Enjoy! And you've never seen anybody get gifts like me. Rah! I will outmatch anybody when it comes to presents. Hey, thank you for the wristwatch. Here are 5 wristwatches in return. And when you finally exit a Big Cheese Christmas party with your complimentary tote bag filled with extravagant and expensive gadgets, you're absolutely exhausted from the revelry. Get some sleep, my friends. After all, if you can't win at Christmas, what's the point? So, to sum things up, my parties are the stuff of cheese legend. Yes, I absolutely dominate the holiday season, and I always eclipse my previous efforts like the shining star that I am. And it's gone that way year after year after year until this year. Here's what happened. I was getting ready for my Christmas celebration, the absolute biggest party I would throw until my Big Cheese New Year's Eve bash. I always had to be the best dressed attendee. It was a must. So I was preparing my special party hosting outfit when, suddenly, the washing machine started making some weird noises. There was a buzz. There was a clank. There was a rattle. There was a jangle. There was a clatter. I froze in my cheese tracks. What was the matter? Should I have hand-washed my outfit instead? Perhaps. Were there too many sequins? Maybe. Was the cape too long? Probably. Because without any further warning, the washer started to overflow. I tried to pull my costume out of the machine, but it ripped in half. I couldn't believe it. I watched in horror as that laundry room flooded, and then an indoor river of slimy, sudsy sludge rushed into the hallway and out into the living room and beyond. At that very moment, at least 7,000 twinkly lights on my giant tree started to flicker. Then they all went out with a singular pop. Pop. Ugh. I My enormous refrigerator was next. It fizzled out with a bloop. Bloop. Sheesh, I sheeshed. I looked around in dismay. My house was completely trashed. Ah! I ahed. I spent the next hour cleaning up the mess. It was wet. It was smelly. My back hurt. I was woozy. And it felt absolutely endless, like trying to tidy up a swamp. At this rate, there was absolutely no way I could still have a party. Alas, I was finished! Done for! Christmas was ruined! I fell onto my back with a whomp and a sigh. Whoop. Finally, I grabbed my phone and dialed the first cheese friend who came to mind. Wedgeman answered immediately. I frantically told him what had happened. He was silent for exactly 10 seconds. And then he confidently spoke up. "Don't worry about it, old buddy, old pal," he said. "I'll take care of everything. Tell folks to meet at my place at 8. I said with some hesitation in my voice. My party was about to be taken from me. But I was stuck, and Wedge was offering up a decent solution. I couldn't let my ego get in the way. Yeah, okay. That sounds, fine, I said. "Great," said Wedge. "See you then." And he hung up. I swallowed my pride. I called my invited guests and told them the new location. I tried to sound excited. Then, even though I was achy and exhausted, I got ready to go out. I managed to salvage one key part of my outfit. Not bad. Then I was off to see what Wedgeman had dreamed up. "Hey, everybody, shall we?" Wedge's house was nothing like mine. While my place was gigantic and flashy and imposing, Wedge's was small and understated and cozy. Wedge opened the gathering with a brief speech. Of course, he was eloquent and welcoming. And then there was the party itself. It was just so simple. There was no balloon drop, no rock band, no snow machine, no bullhorns, no spectacle. We simply sat and talked and laughed all evening. What kind of party was this? I'll be honest, part of me was confused. Another part of me was jealous that I wasn't the center of attention. But somehow, most of me just felt content. We took a group photo to commemorate the occasion. Say cheese, 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 big cheese. And when the evening finally concluded, everybody left with a handwritten Christmas card from Wedge himself. I just shook my head in awe. Had Wedge won Christmas? Of course he had. Somehow, I wasn't surprised in any way. He made it look so easy. Typical. Yes, Wedge was the shining star of Christmas Eve. "I hope my party wasn't too basic and ordinary for you," Wedge said to me on my way out the door. "It was wonderful," I said. "Sure, yes, perhaps I would have added a spotlight, and some fireworks, and a giant Christmas tree, and some artificial snow, but yeah, it was still really nice. Thank you for saving the day, and also my reputation." "Anytime," said Wedge. "Maybe next year we can throw a party together." "That sounds swell," I said. Wedge smiled and gave me a high five, and also a little hug. I waved goodbye and walked home, whistling a Christmas tune along the way. And while I strolled in the crisp, late December air, I realized that maybe this was what Christmas was actually all about. A chance to spend time with folks you enjoy, have a few laughs, listen to some good music, eat a nice meal, exchange a few gifts, voila. Nothing too complicated, nothing too ornate, nothing too extravagant, and nothing too stressful. Nobody had to win or lose, after all. They simply had to show up and be in the moment. Of course, I can still have a big Christmas whenever I feel like it too. Hey, it's not like my personality totally changed in a day. Ta-da! Merry Christmas to all. The end. Thanks for watching.